In just a few hours, a hearing in Idaho over the release of certain crime scene materials from the investigation into killer Bryan Kohberger. A temporary restraining order put in place after the mother of one of the victims filed for an injunction to seal photos of her daughter's bedroom. Now a judge will decide if releasing material from the murder scene is an invasion of privacy. Fox News contributor and criminal defense attorney Donna Rotunno joins me now. Donna, should the court say, look, the public's right to information in this case has been more than satisfied here. We have been hearing about this case for more than or almost 3 years now. We should maybe give it a rest and focus on no longer torturing the parents here during this horrific attack.
Good morning. I do think the court is going to say that. I think the court is going to say the amount of information that has been released is vast. The amount of information that will continue to be released will be vast. I think this ruling is going to be tailored to what really is private information. The court will weigh public interest versus privacy rights, and I do believe that the court will say places like their private bedrooms, their spaces, anything that shows the level of violence or destruction that was done to them, those things should absolutely not be released. And of course, all of us here in the news want to be able to see any pieces of information that are helpful and that will help the public and that will teach us things. But we also don't want to be voyeuristic into the lives of these young people who just were brutally murdered in a horrific way. I
know you've practiced in jurisdictions other than Idaho, but in your experience, your extensive experience as a criminal defense attorney, when you have moved to seal things in the past, what do courts typically do when it comes to materials like this?
Courts do typically weigh the privacy right and say, what they believe looks like it should not be released. And I do think that in a case like this, although we apply laws or hope that laws are applied as uniformly as possible, I do think that the court will take extra special care given the press that this case has received, given the public information that has been released, given all the communication about it. Law enforcement has been very open. They have sat for interviews. They have answered questions about this case. And although there was no trial, I do believe everything that is being released up to this point are things that we would have learned had the case gone to trial. So therefore, I do think the court will tailor the ruling to be very specific, but I do think the court will limit the release of certain pieces of information.
Totally agree. There is the First Amendment, but there's also humanity, and we need to remember that. Meantime, Kilmar Abrego Garcia requesting asylum in the U.S., hoping to prevent his deportation to Uganda, maybe somewhere else. All this while an Obama-appointed judge rules that the migrant must stay in the country until October. Here's Border Czar Tom Homan.
I'm giving you my word. He will be deported from this country. I got my teeth in this thing. I'm not letting it go. As far as the story now, he's going to claim asylum. First of all, he's beyond the required 1 year. He's been here longer than that, so he should be able to qualify for asylum. And if the judge rules on the law is about asylum seekers. You got to be escaping fear and persecution from your home government because of race, religion, and political affiliation. So if the judge rules on the law, he's gone.
To Tom Homan's point, Donna, does Abrego Garcia have a valid asylum claim under the law?
I agree with Mr. Homan. I do not believe that he has a valid asylum complaint under the law. I think he was afforded due process. I think the court's already made it very clear that he was eligible for deportation, And I do believe that if you look at this, we have to understand that there's two lanes here. One lane is his immigration lane, and his other lane is his criminal court case that he now has. So the criminal court judge is the judge who said, I'm going to stay this for now, but I don't really have the jurisdiction to make the final call as to whether or not he can eventually be deported. I don't believe that reopening this asylum claim is valid under our laws. I think that this case is obviously going to be used as a teaching mechanism for how other cases like this are going to be handled. But I do believe that eventually and ultimately he will be deported, and I do not believe a new asylum claim should be granted.
Donna Rotunno, thank you for your insight on both of these cases. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
I'm Steve Doocy.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.